Let's do it then. Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of What Up World Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, a.k.a. The Coco Kid. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, fucking everywhere, Tubi. To the left of me, as always.
It's Fred. You can follow me at Big Head Fredo on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And I think that's it for right now.
And the one and only Shaunie B's in the building.
Hello, y'all. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If y'all cool with me, fool with me. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. Just Google Shaunie B Entertainment.
Yeah. So I follow you. I talked a lot about you on the podcast, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just ask if she wants to be on it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
So how you doing? How's everything going?
You know, I'm tired, but I'm cool. I'm just trying to take all of this in. Like, all this is hitting me at this one time. But no, I'm good.
Yeah. What all is hitting you? What are you talking about? What do you mean, like?
Well, I just got back from LA, so I've been hitting that boardwalk down there, kind of networking with comedians, scout talent agents, stuff like that. So I'm trying to take this leap of faith with this comedy stuff. Probably get into commercials maybe at some point. Maybe do some more movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just trying to hit whatever avenue God tell me to hit.
There you go. Yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
Yes,
hit all the avenues at once.
Yeah. Pick
Just
the
throw
best
everything
at the
at
hat.
the wall, see what sticks. That's pretty much what I do.
Right. That's what. But all we can do. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't. Like I said, I haven't done the comedy scene in LA, but I heard it's really stiff. I heard it's very hard to do.
Well, I think any of these comedy venues is hard to do because it's who you know. You can get in there and start at the bottom, but it's going to take so long because you got to get past the front door. Mm-hmm. But once you get past the front door and somebody, like, I guess, highlights you, refer you, then it kind of skips you over that begging stage.
Yeah.
And then they might let you get 2 or 3 minutes. And then the 2 or 3 minutes can turn into 15 minutes. And in 15 minutes, you're a headliner. So it just takes a little patience, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. When I was doing comedy, it was always who was the funniest. It was never about who you knew. Now it kind of changed. Yeah. And then when I got back into the scene, I was like, what in the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm seeing people that are on stage that aren't funny at all. Mm-hmm. And they're doing little bar comedy, you know, like little bar jokes and dad jokes and shit. And then it's like, what is this? This is not at all what I left. I left you with one thing. Mm-hmm. What did y'all do to it?
I don't know. I guess who you know, I guess. Like you said, I don't think talent is the 90% anymore. No, it's who you know and who you can bring to that venue to fill it up. And then 10%, maybe 20% is the funny you.
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't know. I love doing comedy. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially stand-up. Stand-up's always been my favorite thing in the world to do.
Okay.
But it's saturated. Like it goes in waves. You get people that want to try it out, and then you have people that really want to take it serious, and then you have the people that fall off in 3 months, and then, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, hey, that guy was funny. Where did he go? And you just never see him again.
I've seen a few of those. Or you'll go back through their social media. They'll either do skits or stuff like that, and they just vanish. So I don't know if it's mental health or if it's just financials. You know, it's just
If you're a comic, you suffer from something wrong.
It's something
wrong with you. I promise.
You take a break and you work funny, it's definitely way beyond just not hitting the right stages. It's something mental at that point. And it can get draining. This is a hard thing to do. Like,
hi, everybody on the live. Just wanted to say what's up to you guys.
It's hard.
I forgot about you guys. It's definitely a tough gig. It's hard. It's hard to get up in front of strangers and make them laugh.
Man, and you think,
especially when they don't know you.
You think they would understand that, but they don't. So I try to tell people, if you can't do it, then why you think it's easy for us to do it? But it's all cool.
I've only really ran into like one heckler in my entire time doing this.
Interesting.
Like, only one, which is surprising because I was so ready for, you know, I'm always ready for a heckler anyway. But I've only ran into one. And,
was he or he or she negative heckling?
Nah, it wasn't even negative. It was more like like he wanted to be a part of the show.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, so just so you know, I'm doing this and you're doing that. So you stay over there and I'll be over here and I'm gonna make everybody laugh and you're gonna shut up. How about that? We'll do that. And then when I kind of addressed it, he was just like, oh, and then he kind of got quiet.
Right, he was having too much of a good time.
Yeah.
He was ad-libbing. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, beat got a little wet, you know. He got his beat wet a little bit. So he was trying to be part of the show. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. And then
I had one like that. I went back to my hometown. It was the first paid show for my hometown. And there was a guy, I don't know what he was on. It felt like it was meth. It was giving meth, but it was also giving, it was giving drugs. It was giving pharmaceuticals. street pharmaceuticals at that. But he kept heckling, but I just used him as a material, and the crowd laughed, and so it helped me. But I haven't had a negative heckler like throw a chair or try to do none of that. It's getting aggressive out here.
Yeah.
But no, none of them.
Done that.
They actually kind of give me that crowd control, like, oh, I got this, and I'm finna use that person. But no, it wasn't horrible. But it was irritating to the crowd, though.
I don't think I've ever. I've never had as long as I've been doing this, I've never had a negative heckler.
Yeah, no.
I want one. Like, I'm inviting.
I don't want one.
Because the thing is like I'm always ready for that. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'm gonna do my thing. I got 10 minutes on this stage.
Yeah.
And if I'm bombing, you can heckle me. It's fine, because I'm about to bring them all back.
Right.
Because clowning on people is what I do best.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Right.
So y'all,
by all means,
be careful, crowd, because we do roast. And
I'll roast the shit out of
we'll
you, son.
tear you up.
Oh yeah, and I do this for a living. What do you mean?
Exactly. We're waiting on an example.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me too much. Like, I'm ready for it. And at the same time, if it happens, it is what it is. Like, you put yourself in this position.
Exactly.
I've never been the front row guy. And what that means, for those who don't know, the front row guy is basically like, they always tell you in a comedy show, don't sit in the front row because you're going to be made fun of. I don't make fun of the crowd. I don't need to. My thing is this, like, I have enough material that I could burn 30 minutes just doing material. We don't need to do crowd work. Crowd work is for people that forgot where they're at. I don't care what you say. I don't give a shit what you motherfuckers are talking about. Y'all start crowd work because you forgot where your fucking set was. That's what it is.
If it's the whole time, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's not true. Some people really are just crowd work.
Right.
Enthusiasts. Like,
I'll see somebody in a minute that look like a celebrity. And I'm like, oh, shoot, boom. And then I'll just add them to the show. But nah, not the whole show is crowd work now.
Nah. Like Matt Rife is, he's really good at crowd work.
Yeah.
Him, Andrew Schultz, they're crowd work geniuses. So like, for them to be able to do that consistently, and it's always funny. Yeah,
that's what's up.
What was the dude who got in that controversy with that actress, the comedian guy, something Aries or
Aries Spears?
Aries Spears. Yeah, his crowd work is a little good.
Yeah,
I like his crowd work.
I think he was better at characters. His character build was like, man, the way he could do Jay-Z and
voiceovers.
Like he was really good at that. I'm a big Aries Spears fan, so even after the controversy, I still think that, like, I've already said my piece on it. You shouldn't have did what you did, but you did it.
Yeah, he didn't have enough friends.
Look, that whole thing is one of those things where, like, it's funny until it's not, and when it's not funny, that's when you're gonna feel the repercussions of the situation.
For sure.
That's what makes comedy
Tiffany
so rocky.
Haddish, the way she played it out was funny. She walked around like, fuck you guys, whatever, and then moved on from it. Like,
it was just bad timing.
He should have never went on TV crying about it. I know that much.
It was bad timing.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, it was bad timing for that to come up. But that shit happened. Like, what was that shit was on his page for like 4 years.
Yeah, but when people want your money, they'll go through your timeline to find a mistake so they can go ahead and get you. The cancel culture is real.
Oh, that's what they do. They ain't gonna go to what you posted today, last week. Let's see what he done posted 7 years ago when
on
the
Twitter
climate was different at that time.
Like,
you shouldn't have said that back then.
And make a small clip of it and destroy your character.
Yeah, remember what they did with Joe Rogan and the N-word? Remember that? They took all the clips of him saying the N-word and then put it into one big clip, and it was like this horrible. He even came out and apologized for it and stuff, but it wasn't him saying it in bad context. It was him saying what happened in this situation.
Right, they grab it. And
so they took it and they ran with it, and I was just like, man, this cancel culture is something else.
It's bad. That's what I said.
I'll never understand how you glorify street crime and cancel comedians. That shit makes no sense to me. It's like we're ass backwards.
It's just a wave, really. Yeah. It's just a wave. But if your fans love you, they'll stick by you.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. It's hard. I'm scared. I done said some stuff on Twitter years ago. I know. I'm like, ooh, let me go delete the whole Twitter.
I ain't never been scared. I'll go against the grain my whole life.
Word?
My whole life has been going against the grain. It's always been fuck you, I do what I want. So for now, why would I get into comedy and change it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I
comedy,
jump in the game?
It is subjective. You're right.
Nah.
If they don't know by now, they'll never know.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you, how did you get into comedy?
Well, I've been a class clown since grade school. So every yearbook, if my classmates open it, I'm in there just doing something humorous. But I didn't know that was something you could make a career from. I thought you had to go to school or something for comedy. Right. But when I moved here or any other place that I've lived, all my friends was like, man, you so funny. You so funny. But one of my friends kind of psyched me out. I appreciate that. One of my friends psyched me out, and because I would have never did open mic. I would have been making excuses year after year. And she signed me up for it. And that was the start of my career in 2012.
How'd your first open mic go?
I was at Backdoor Comedy Club, and I was nervous because I write stuff down. No, I don't even write stuff down back then. I used to just think of stuff. So when she did that, I had to write stuff down, and the crowd received me well. That was a cool open mic. They laughed. They gave me high fives at the end, and I was like, man, I could do this.
My first open mic was terrible.
Yeah, mine was terrible.
Word?
Man, my first open mic was god awful.
Wow.
Because I thought I was funny, and I didn't know comedians wrote shit down. That was the thing. I had no idea. I had no idea jokes were written. I was the guy that assumed that they were just funny. And I've always been told I was a funny dude, so I was like, oh, well, then I got this. I could just go up there and talk about whatever. And I went up there and I bombed so bad. I don't even remember
Did they
what
boo
I said.
you?
No.
Okay, they just was
quiet. I've never been booed. I got chuckles.
Okay.
I didn't get no laughs.
Right.
They were like, I think if they were laughing at me bombing. It wasn't that they were laughing at me being funny.
Right. So, yeah, that was the kick of it. And then it became fun. You know what? It wasn't even that. I did an actual open mic at Henderson's Chicken. That was my first one. And they laughed. And I was like, I got this. Until I got booked for a real show. And they didn't laugh. And I was like, I don't got this. And then that's when, like I said, I took a break and I did radio. And then my friend signed me up for something else, 4 years later.
What was the radio like?
Radio, that's my first passion. I love radio. I still do radio to this day. But I had a podcast called Roundtable Discussion at Fishbowl Radio Network. Did that for 6 years straight. And then just because I was so consistent Monday through Friday, I got picked up by a syndicated radio show, 96.5 The Box. So I do...
The Box?
Yeah.
So that's what you do now?
I do that every day. Monday through Friday. Yeah. I do the gossip segment. So all the celebrity tea, I'm on it. So shout out to Big Country for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do? What do they play?
This hip hop. Arkansas hip hop and R&B.
The Box.
Yeah. Dee Dee in the morning is the morning show.
Right.
And then my show, Big Country Show, is the night show.
Yeah.
And then they have the other shows in between.
Yeah.
Box.
Yeah. It's hot, yo.
I always wanted to be a radio. That was the one thing that I went to school for. I was I was really pushing to be in radio. And then I realized radio was dying out when the internet came out. So I was like, you know what? I could do this for free.
Right.
I don't have to pay all this money.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ended up not making it through that. And then I went and I was just like, you know what? I've always had a personality that was always kind of like, I guess, against the grain. I've always had like a different point of view on everything.
Right.
And that's the reason I became a comic in the first place.
Yeah,
because when I would relate more to comics than I would anybody else. Like when I'm around comics, I feel at home. When I'm around normal people, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, because they don't get it. They don't think as fast as we do.
This is stuffy in here. Anybody else? Is it hot in here to anyone, or is it just me?
Everybody's on the edge.
Yeah, it's like, why are you taking stuff so serious? Like, and then now I got to the point where I'm just like, you know what? I kind of learned to decipher the two, so I know how to be at work and I know how to be you know, at the club. So I know that I got it now. It just took a while to figure it out. I didn't know I was a comedian. I had no idea. I just thought I was just a weird dude that just liked weird shit and liked to talk about weird stuff. Like I had no idea that I was setting myself up for the success that I've had in it.
Right.
And now it's like, because it's weird. It's so weird how it took off too. It's crazy because I came back to the game. I knew nobody, and I went. My very first open mic was back at Arlington Improv. I did relatively well. I didn't do great.
Right.
I didn't hit on all punchlines, but when I told you I practiced that 5 minutes like it was a rehearsal.
Word.
Every single punchline, everything. I wrote out this bit that I do, still do to this day, and then I had a bit before that. They were 2.5 each, and then I ran those 2.5, and then when I got up on when I went to Arlington Improv, I ran it in 4.
Wow.
Because I had forgot how long 5 minutes is.
Yeah, it's very long.
And I did relatively well. Shout out to Agtown Improv. I love those guys. They're cool as shit out there. So I did relatively well, but then like right after that, I was like, okay, that was my open mic. I got it out of my system.
Yeah.
I'm cool. But then I started really missing mics. I was like, maybe I'll do one more. Maybe I'll do one more. And then I kept making excuses like, no, I don't want to do one. No, I ain't gonna do another. No, I ain't gonna do another. And then my wife was finally like, you know what? Go away. Get out of the house. Go do something.
Go do your thing.
And I was like, all right. I kept getting invited out over and over and over again after I met Sean over on the podcast. I just hit him up randomly and was just like, hey, heard you're a comedian. Love to have you on. You know what I mean? Whatever. Because I was putting more into the podcast than I was anything else.
Right.
And then so right after that, then it was like Sean got me on, and he was like, "Hey, come do okay, well, if you're a comedian, come do 5 minutes. Come do 5 minutes." I went to Lola's and bombed hard because of the mic. I don't think it was because of material. It was because of the mic.
The mic. Yeah.
That mic will tear you up.
No,
yeah, it was.
So the issue was the mic, the way he was holding it.
Yeah.
You could barely. So it sounded like.
Oh, it's muffled.
Yeah,
it was
so everybody was kind of just looking around like.
Which I still laugh about.
Was it
today.
Lolo's Chicken and Waffles?
Lola's.
Lola's.
It's
Okay.
Lola's in Fort Worth. It's a little bar.
Okay, I was gonna say
And,
Lolo's
they do.
got
Shout out to Ian Mack. They do. An open mic every Sunday.
Oh, decent. Okay.
Yeah. So and now I have a Tuesday, a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday every other week, and then a Sunday mic. So I'm always doing open mics because I'm always coming up with something new to try. But anyway, that was crazy. And then right after that, it was funny because then I met a couple of comics. Then I later on I went and started doing Hyenas of Fort Worth. Mm-hmm. Then I started networking with comedians and whatever. And then I met Michael Thomas through Sean, who brought me here. And then before I know it, it's like
boom, boom, boom.
It just kept elevating. It just kept getting crazier. And then the next thing you know, I'm just, hey, I have a show. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. And then it was like, hey, you're funny. I want to book you for 9,000 shows. And I was like, wait.
Slow down.
Time out.
But still, it's the opportunity came.
And the thing is like, I love doing comedy, but doing the same jokes over and over and over and over and over and over and over, it just, it gets to a point where it's like, oh my God, I don't want to do this tonight. Like, I do get to the point where I'm just like, man, I want to chill. So I took about a week and a half off, almost 2 weeks. And then I just hit my first mic coming back Friday at Outfit Brewing. So
okay.
Shout out to Jamie Jakes.
Yeah, I've been seeing them.
Shout out to Michael Thomas, Mike and T for Terrific. So all of those guys that went out there, and it was fun. Like it was cool getting back because I was like, all right, cool. Now I get the laughs again.
Right.
Now I'm going back into it, but I really needed that hiatus. Like,
yeah, you have to take a break or you'll be drained.
That's why comics. Oh my God, I just almost snorted this drink. That's why comics that do this for a living, and that's all they do, and they tour and they're constantly doing a show or 2 shows or 3 shows a night. I'm like, man, I don't know
how do you do it? Yeah, like when they have a residency, they have to do this show 6 times a day. I'm like, how do you do that?
That's rough.
But I guess if the money right, you'll be there every day and night, I guess.
Like Corey Holcomb was here not too long ago, and I missed it, and I really wanted to go.
Wow.
But you can thank Biden for me not showing up.
Oh, man.
And inflation fucked me up, so I couldn't financially go. So I was like, man, I really wanted to go. And then the Fugees are coming back on tour, and I couldn't go. And I really wanted to go because I've been begging that forever.
Man, they've been canceling it and coming back, coming back.
I've been wanting to see that forever, and I can't go, and it hurts. Unless somebody buys me a ticket.
Right, y'all buy him a ticket.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then I won't say no.
Everybody give him $1
I want
on
to see
his
Lauryn
cash
Hill,
out.
Wyclef on Salem.
That's history. That's hip-hop.
I'm such a huge Fugees fan.
Hip-hop.
I've been a Fugees fan for so long. I bought more Fuji albums than anyone else. And then whenever we were able to download them, that was the first album I downloaded.
Yeah.
I think I was as a kid, I think I was just more of a Lauryn Hill fan.
Oh, yeah. We still need another CD from Lauryn.
I swear.
I like Lauryn Hill, but I think Lauryn Hill and Wyclef together, it's so different. It's so different.
It's good, but it's like, oh no, for me personally, Lauryn Hill is like
music ain't musicking no more. So the fact that all of these groups are now going back on tour, it makes me so. I would say that I miss Drew Hill, Jodeci, SWV, because that's my era of music. It's the 90s and 2000s. I don't know what this jabber music is. It's mumble music.
I don't know what happened, but recently they took Drew Hill's album off of Apple Music.
Word?
And I was like, what the hell? Like,
I wonder if it has something to do with the little rights to it, since some of the singers aren't in the group no more.
I don't know.
It could be anything. You know what they probably did? They probably went and found something on his Facebook from 46 years ago.
Yeah, he unleashed the dragon back in '92.
I was like, wait, what? It was like when I was clicking it, it was like song. It was like songs not available in this region.
It was grayed out. Yes, I've been seeing that on certain people's albums.
What the hell? I would listen to that.
It could be anything, man.
It could be anything.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's cancel culture.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think cancel culture is needed. And I'm one of the very few people to think that. Here's the reason why, right? Like when you look at like some of the stuff that's going on in Hollywood and all the weird shit and calling it Hollyweird now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like all that other stuff with the kids and all that shit. I think people need to expose that stuff. They're not going to expose their own backyard. You know what I mean? Somebody else needs to do it. So we need a cancel culture. But you coming after the wrong people, though.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's where
you know what I'm saying? You going after minute, small shit don't even matter. Like you need to go after the big shit.
The problem I have with cancel culture is they jump on anything without like
that part. Yeah,
like
research.
Johnny Depp situation is
Man.
That was a perfect
everybody
example,
was
though.
canceling
gone wrong.
Lost
Yeah.
movies.
He lost millions.
Commercials.
Just it turns out, hey,
she lied.
So and now everybody hush hush. Ain't no movies popping back up.
He's on a commercial for some cologne now. I was like, okay,
that's it. Like, come on.
Well, no, he has another movie coming out. He's doing a new Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
He's in that, and then he's got a couple other things that is coming out. You know, Tim Burton ain't gonna let his boy go.
But still, just the fact that it was an allegation in the world ran with it, it's tough.
Well, see, that's the problem when it comes to cancel culture now. Like, it's always guilty until proven innocent. It's never the other way around, like it should be. Like,
but it takes so long for the hearings.
That's the reason we have a constitution that stopped the law from doing that to us. So why would we do it to ourselves? Like, that's just like, because cancel culture can go either way, right? Like, if we really wanted to, like, you could take the Christian aspect, right, and you could cancel OnlyFans. And then a lot of you motherfuckers are gonna be like jobless,
because my application's pending.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can come out and they can just cancel TikTok. It's like, okay, then what? See, it works both ways. Like you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You have to be able to assert certain things. I feel like if you're gonna cancel one thing, it needs to be something we all agree on.
Bring those receipts though, because I mean I like social media for that reason. When everybody else says no, you can still go live and express yourself and be like, this is not what happened. So you can defend yourself. It just sucks when 5 people have that allegation against you. You're like, what's the statute of limitation on this?
Yeah, but then what are you defending though? Like at this point, it's like, why do you
your character?
Like, why would you want to defend being you? Like, if that's how you feel, I would much rather somebody be authentic with me. And like, you know what I'm saying, than to be fake and you're just not gonna
come and lie on me now. You gotta come with some facts. Now, if you say I stole some candy, I know I don't steal. I'm gonna defend myself. I'm gonna defend my character because I don't want 50, 100 people to run with that.
Yeah.
But if it's something I do, like, hey, you roasted somebody in the crowd, then I can't really defend that. I do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, you shut up to a comedy show. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like, that's what we do.
I don't roast them and make them cry.
I will.
Nah, that ain't my job.
I'll send you home crying. Do I really got big teeth?
No.
You're going to be in the car asking your girl all sorts of questions.
I just try to make it easy because I know a lot of people come to comedy shows because they're going through something. So I don't want you to come in there and feel like, oh, I'm a target. Because I feel bad for some people.
I don't do that either.
Right. I am not going to make you feel like pull out your worst critique about yourself. I'm going to pick out your most relatable one that me and you can relate with so we both can laugh. But no, I'm not in there talking about, oh, you're 500 pounds.
Now, to be fair, I have had people get offended by jokes I've said. That has happened. I've had people come up to me after a show and be like, hey, just so you know, like, that's walking the line.
They didn't fight you or nothing?
No.
Or they just called you out on it?
No, what it is, this is the thing, right? Most people, when they do stuff like that, they're taking it like, I really feel that way. Like, this is really my point of view on life, and this is what it is. And so I had it was an OnlyFans model, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
That had came up to me after a show in Haltom City. I do a joke about an OnlyFans. So what my joke is, as I said, this has been a weird week. So last week, I actually convinced an OnlyFans model to shove a peanut in her ass for $20, which is really funny because we both learned a valuable lesson. Like for me, I learned that for $20, I can get her to do whatever I want, and she learned she had a peanut allergy. So when you see the joke, like it's just meant to be funny, and it's a funny little
offended by it.
Yeah. She was like, I just want you to know we don't do anything for money. And I was like, you literally do.
She's
like, that's
thinking
your
about
job.
Prostitution.
Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really, like, I roasted the shit out of her, too. It wasn't even so much, like, there was no recovering that. There was one of those things where, like, she just wanted somebody to go after.
Right.
And I would just happen to be there.
Maybe she didn't make no money that day.
It could be.
That's it.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, because had she made $6,000 a day, she wouldn't even worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
She would laugh and say, ha ha.
So, and then what was really funny about that's not even the worst thing that's happened on stage. The funny thing about that is right after that, her friend came up. She was like, I'm sorry, she's drunk. And I was like, oh, I know, I get it. I was like, look, man, I don't have no problem with OnlyFans model. I don't have no problem with what you do. You get your money out, you're going to get it.
Get your bag.
Right? Like, the porn industry is not a multi-billion-dollar industry. for no reason.
For no reason at all.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody watches porn, regardless if you want to admit it or not. I mean, you know,
if you get their browser, if you accidentally hit one letter and it pop up a porn site, that mean that they were on their 10 minutes before you got their phone.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't hate on anything. I don't care about none of that shit, to be perfectly honest. But it was just weird that like that happened.
She waited to the end of the show.
The worst thing that happened. Me and Michael Thomas had just did a show at Haltom City. We killed it. I had my boy. I had a bunch of people on the show. Dusty was there.
Right.
He had closed out the show for us because one of the headliners didn't show up. Actually, a couple of people didn't show up. So since they didn't show up to the show, I had to back up.
Right.
I know funny people, motherfucker. So like, I was like, yeah, I got you. And then I put him on the show for me. He did me a solid 15 real quick, so it was cool. Appreciate that. Anyway, so after that,
right,
we still have 30 minutes to kill for this show. Yeah. So I was like, here's what we're gonna do. Me and Mikey, we was like, hey, Mikey, this is what we need to do. We need to go up there and we'll tag team comedy real quick. We'll see what we can come up off the top of our head. We'll call it a day. I was like, we can do that for 30 minutes. He's like, we can banter for 30 minutes. Think of it like a podcast, right? We'll do a 30-minute podcast, right? I was like, all right, let's do it. So we go on stage. Everything's cool. We're bantering. These two women in the audience were they're the new women. They're those. The lefters, the left-wingers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they're very woke. The woke people, right? Now, mind you, we were up there. We weren't even talking about nothing major. I was talking about what happened in Austin, all the stuff that happened when we went to did the Austin show, and then like a couple of other things, and like we were talking about just normal stuff. And then all of a sudden, Mikey decided to do crowd work, and it all went bad. Fast.
Ouch.
So he goes, "Let me ask you a question." He says, "Let me ask you a question. What's a red flag for you for females nowadays?" And she said, well, a big red flag is when you call us females. And I was like, oh, this is going bad. I already knew it. He was like, here it goes. We're going down, buddy. So then they start getting into it back and forth. And he said, well, if you think you could do this, why don't you get up on stage and do it? And guess what she did? She got her ass up on stage and decided to give us woke ass speech.
Ouch.
About all this extra shit. And the whole time I'm on stage sitting there. I think it's recorded somewhere. And the whole time I'm on stage just trying to keep this thing funny. The whole time she's going on these rants about stuff. And then all the other comics start seeing what's going on and they rush to the seat to sit down and watch what's going on. Now I'm stuck on stage with this person from the audience that's like kind of just randomly there that I don't even know who they are. Right? And then I'm trying to make this funny and keep it live, and she's saying all this extra shit. And then another thing, and he was like, I just think you don't like black people.
Right.
And then it escalated.
Ouch.
So instead of de-escalating, Michael just kept making it worse and worse.
She was
and
mad.
Worse and worse. And I was just like, yo, please get her the fuck off stage.
Yeah.
So when all this was going on, finally, I was like, all right, you know what? I think I'm done with this. And then another comic came up and he grabbed the mic and then they all started just attacking her. And I was like, oh, this is getting so bad. I was like, getting out of hand. I was like, we got to go. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, oh, please, we got 5 more minutes of this. So she's defending herself against it. And I'm trying to keep the peace between everybody because I understand your side and I can understand your side. So I was trying to stay in the middle and keep the peace. And I was like, look, she has her opinions. We have our opinions. It's fine. Look, this is all supposed to be fun. This is not meant to be taken serious. And then the more I'm doing that, the more she's like, yeah, but.
Right.
So I just kept on going and going. And I was like,
stage.
never again. And I told Mikey that. I was like, if you ever invite somebody on stage again, you're on your own.
Especially if they're not a comedian.
I'm going to go sit down and watch
Heck
this.
no, that would be uncomfortable.
It was so uncomfortable. And then everybody else was like, yo, that was legendary. Like, I can't believe you held it down like that. And I was like, nah, that was terrible, bro. Like, you don't even know, like, none of us have a fan. She is never going to be a fan of ours. Like,
I know. She probably still has you on her hate mail. Like, wait till he blows up. It's going to be a campaign against him.
Facts. And then not only that, I wouldn't say she didn't hate me because she was like, I don't have a problem with anything you said. Because everything you said was pretty neutral. Which, to be fair, I write a lot of neutral shit specifically for that reason. So it was more so along the lines of like, well, I was just trying to keep the peace. So she didn't have a problem with me. She had a problem with everybody else. And then when they left, whenever her and her sister left, right, then the guys came up and they were like, all doing the guy thing, like, oh, she wanted to have sex with you, Mikey. That's what it was. And I was like, no, I don't think that's it. I was like,
she definitely had a thing in her pocket ready to go.
I think she was she needed people to hear her. She was talking about how she lost her virginity in Mexico, and then like on the same night her sister did, and I was like, was it with the same guy? Like, and then the more I just kept doing jokes, the worse. I think I don't think I was making it any better.
Nah, you definitely was fueling her flame.
Yeah, it was all bad. I don't know.
Nah,
that's the worst thing that's happened.
That's the worst
so far. Yeah.
Worst. Okay.
So I've learned now to not invite anyone on stage anymore.
Yeah. Nah.
It's a no-no.
I'm good. I don't need it.
Nah,
I don't need
we'll
you on
pass.
stage. I'll do this. You do that, and then we'll just call it a day. Like that. And then I'll go out and meet everybody later.
Yeah. I asked a question, but it's not for a dialogue. It's just a quick question.
Yeah.
And then we like a choir. Stop. Halt.
That's it.
I don't need any more from you, sir.
That's it.
Sir, ma'am.
It's gotten weird. It definitely got weird, yeah.
Okay, but we still changing lives, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Maybe change. I don't know. I think changing point of views.
Well, I meant from the perspective, like, if they're having a horrible day, like, you've changed their lives for that moment. Now, they're still going to wake up and the next day and have a horrible day, but for that moment, they're like, man, I had a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did my Alabama bit, Haltom City, last time I was there. And then the whole thing, I was like, black people are always late for everything,
Indeed, they are.
And then and this guy was in the crowd. I was like, no, we not. And I was like, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we are.
I was like, yeah, you are. And then because it was funny because like all the black people around him were like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Don't lie to that man.
Yeah.
And then like it was fun. It was more bantery than I wanted, but it was fun.
You're right. Yeah, just interaction.
I just like to have fun. Man.
That's
We're
all
here to
I
laugh
do.
at each other. Like we don't need to do.
Why
all this
do you
extra
come to a
shit.
comedy show if you don't want to laugh?
That part.
It's
Like,
kind of weird. Right.
Which is funny. It was so weird because I was hosting that day. I wasn't even doing
my
thing.
just hitting
I
off
was
of whatever.
hosting. So when I went up there and I consistently made them laugh. Like they were having, it looked like they were having a time of their life. I had no idea she had that much anger in her back pocket. Like it was.
She
so
just
strange.
needed a green light. That's it.
Yeah, that was it. She just needed a stage and a microphone.
I think it's more of like, some people have a certain idea on a topic and they feel strongly about that.
Yeah.
So when they hear a joke, they don't take it as just joke.
It's sensitive.
I've done that. I want to say I have and I have. There was a guy actually at Tap In. Perfect example, was doing 9/11 jokes. He was talking about it was the Middle Eastern guy. And then when he was doing 9/11 jokes, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like what? Yeah. And then so I was sitting there like, damn, that's like, I didn't take it as like, I understood the joke. And then I was like, yeah, that's funny. I can see it, but I was just like, bro, like, I don't know. I felt some type of way about it, which is weird because I don't never feel no type of way about jokes. But for some reason, there was something that he said was just odd. Like it was just off, and I was like, yo, not the way I would have took it. But that's why he's him and I'm me. So I was like, you know what? All right. I have no ill will, nothing. I didn't say nothing about it. I was just like, something about it struck me the wrong way. And I was like, yo. But I didn't go up there and banter and bitch about it.
Man.
He's making me feel sad.
You're gonna offend somebody, really. But I still have yet to have. I get more offensive feedback on YouTube than I do in person.
Yeah, for sure.
They be waiting for me, and they don't even listen to the whole video. They just hear one word, and they be like, "Oh, by the way, Shaunie, and they go down the list. And I'm like, okay, did you listen to it, or why did you continue to listen to it if you didn't like me?
Right.
Exactly.
But thank you for the watch hours. It's building up my monetization. So thank you. So not in person, no, but on the internet, yes, it's always that person in them comments trying to get me.
I find it weird that, like, on the internet, right, we can say whatever the fuck we want, and then it's kind of just like the worst thing that happens is you get, like, canceled in real life, right? That's the worst case scenario. Most of the time, it's just you get you get your account like locked. You get put in Facebook jail.
I've
whatever,
never been in that jail.
No,
I've been once. Actually, I got kicked. No, I got reported on TikTok. Actually, not too long ago for saying something that I felt was necessary. Let me paint the picture because I still feel like I'm not the bad guy in this, right? So like, all right, there was a live going on, right? TikTok live is weird. I don't know if you know that or not. Like it gets weird. Like I don't know what the fuck is going on with TikTok.
I've never done
it has gotten weird.
Yeah, it's got weird.
Wow.
So there was a live going on, and it was like, this is the tagline on the live, right? It says, "Need a sugar daddy? We're here." And I was like, oh, you got my attention, so I clicked on it, right? A bunch of females are commenting all this stuff. And mind you, there's 1.5K people in here.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, and this lady was doing this live or whatever, and she was like, "All my hardworking women, you need a hardworking man." And I was like, LOL.
Yeah.
So I was like, hardworking? I was like, y'all are literally out here looking for sugar
Sugar
daddies.
daddies, right.
Hey, how are you hardworking? As if you were hardworking, you would have your own shit, right? Next thing I know, boom, 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 boom. Like, report.
Why
Like,
they want you out of there?
Oh, they were packing you up, man.
They gave you the boots.
I was like, oh, I'm sorry if I spoke the truth.
You messed their
My
money
bad.
up. You messed their money up.
So right after that happened, I was like, whatever. I don't care about TikTok enough to actually
Wow.
do that anyway. So it didn't bother me.
That
fast. And so I didn't get kicked off, but it muted me. I don't know if you know about getting muted on TikTok.
Yeah.
So you can't comment or anything. You can only scroll. So I was like, that's fine, because I don't comment on a lot of shit anyway. But I just thought it was odd that like you're in a group of 1,000+ women.
Yeah.
Half of you are attractive. The other half,
I don't
not
know.
so much. And you're in there looking,
shaky.
and you're looking for a sugar daddy. Ain't no men in here. None. There was
Right,
not
it's just a
one
one-
man in
yeah,
there.
bunch of women.
She's fooling you, and you get mad at me, commenting on your bullshit.
Yeah.
It's crazy that they could report you and have your page muted like that. Because
That
you can
fast. I was
accidentally
like-
hit report on accident, and you can, nah. Wow.
I was like, whatever, report me then.
well, there you
You're
have
not gonna,
it.
you're not gonna mute the truth, because here I am on my podcast talking about it. Bitch.
There you
Now
go.
what?
There you go. See,
Now
you
what?
just got to create your own, and you say whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
She's fooling the shit out of you. I ain't know. The
Wow.
only thing she's trying to do is get monetized off of you.
Right.
And your stupid ass is falling for it. And you're sitting here getting mad at me because I called you out on your bullshit. Hard-working women. If you was
Man.
hardworking, you wouldn't be in here. You'd be at work, motherfucker. The fuck?
Yeah, that sugar daddy lifestyle is dangerous and it's luxurious at the same time.
There's been a lot of like council culture on like coming from, not to be offensive,
Yeah.
but like the women's side lately. Like they're trying to cancel Tyler Perry.
Oh, for that comment he made
Yeah.
about the paying the light bill?
Yeah.
I just talked about that yesterday.
And I'm just like, half of the people are
Oh,
mad.
you know what? I saw that pop up, but what happened? Like, 'cause I didn't actually read it.
So Tyler Perry went on a podcast interview type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And he was basically saying that he was basically trying to say we should focus more on love. That if a woman could pay, if she was making the type of money that she could provide for herself and her a man, that if he didn't have a lot of money, paying the light bill would just be cool, and they'll just focus on the love aspect.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of females was like, no, why should I have to pay for it? Why? I was like, first of all, you don't even fit that category. I'm pretty sure the people Tyler Perry was talking about was like slim, like maybe 5% of the world type
Right.
shit. Like there's not a lot of females who could provide for themselves and another human being comfortably.
There's not a lot of men that can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know
That's-
men that will not.
Bro, what we're failing to see in the world now, especially in the United States, is this is a 2-income household situation
has to
now.
be.
We cannot
yeah.
no longer do one. Man, you have to understand that less than 10% of the population makes $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
So that leaves 90% of you motherfuckers broke. I'm in
Yeah.
that 90%.
I wouldn't
And the
offend
thing
it.
is, what's crazy is me and my wife together make over $100,000 a year.
Right.
We still
And still struggling because inflation.
So how would you put it on one dude? If he's making $100,000, $200,000 a year, that's cool. That's enough to hold the house down with kids. That's not enough to really do a whole lot of extra shit. You
Right.
really got to scrimp and save nowadays because it's gotten so
tough.
bad.
You just got to have these conversations up front. Like,
Right.
you know
Yeah, that part.
Not everybody's mad on the financial lens. Like you said, some people really like love. That may be her love language, just to be the financial overseer. He may be the acts of service. Like, people are so ready to just rah. She
Yeah.
may love that man with that light bill money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That light bill may be $1,000. Like, who's to say how much that light bill costs?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you're just assuming a light bill is $43.50.
My light bill was $550
Damn.
last month.
You might
And-
need solars.
I don't know. And bro,
And then it's going up again, and the insurance is going up, and I'm over here sweating. Like, oh
Where the
God.
boosters at? Somebody hit enter on my light bill. Paid in full. Pop.
yeah, it got crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of females was like, I'm not doing that. I'm just like,
That don't surprise me. I think that, and I don't want to say women because I don't attack women like that.
There's a lot.
I speak the truth, right? I think there's a lot of people, men and women out here that are fucking delusional.
oh no.
I
for
don't
sure.
think that
For
you
sure.
guys are literally. I don't think you live in the real world where I live.
Right.
Because
Man.
where I live at, you need somebody to make it, or you gonna be struggling. Struggling.
Because the plasma centers are packed. You
That
can't. You only
part.
get $50 for plasma.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of plasma.
I know. I used to donate plasma.
Yeah.
I know that hustle. Damn it!
It's
Like
tough.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard out here for everybody. And the thing is, what's crazy is like that's why when women start OnlyFans and shit, bro, I get it.
Yeah, it's hard.
I get it. Cause I would much rather do that and not work
You
than
do
to
it
go
anyway.
to work and then have to struggle nonstop.
You
I
do
would.
it
Like,
anyway. You go to the
fuck it.
club, you pop that thing for free or for
There
a
you
crown
go.
and pineapple drink. You go out here, you at you're in Florida, you walk in on a new beach. You're doing it for free, so you might as well
just-
go ahead and get a subscription.
I think I get it. Like I get it. Whatever hustle you can pull, do it.
Pull it.
That's why like when
Yeah.
people sell drugs and shit, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Get
I
it how you
100%
get
understand.
it.
Like, look,
Make it
like,
make sense though.
until the job market kicks up to be able to
Right.
compete with the
I
hustle.
doubt it ever
I'll let
kick
you-
up now.
Let you
No,
do whatever you
no.
want,
The-
man. I'm
yeah,
not-
the
I ain't gonna
CEOs
tell
are
people no.
greedy. They don't care about the bottom feeders, so you got to find a way.
No.
Nah, they don't. I don't even think it's that. You know what? I've realized, like paying attention a little bit more to stuff. I realized that the CEO is clueless to some of the shit that goes on here. Like, I really did.
Shit, them folks is balling out.
Here's the deal, right? Like, no, I understand what y'all are saying. Like, as far as that goes, but you have to look at it this way, right? You have the low level class, right? That just works. This is the regular workers. Then you have the management. The management is doing whatever the upper management wants. Upper management is doing whatever's needed to keep the bonuses coming in. So they're going to do whatever the CFO wants. The CFO is going to do everything in his power to keep everything from the CEO. So in reality, the CEO has no fucking clue what's going on in his own company. And you see it all the time when you watch stuff like Undercover Boss and stuff like that. They didn't even know half the shit's
Too
going
much
on.
money, man.
So it's like when you get up in the clouds, you don't know what's going on the ground.
Well,
That's
they need
the
to pay
problem.
the people
And
at
they
the
need to-
bottom.
But at the same time, to be fair, it's the CEO's job to know what the hell is going on in your company.
Exactly.
You should
Come
be
visit
knowing
that building.
all that shit. And with social media out here putting everything
Of course.
out there, you should be able to see it.
I love it. If you go to
Even if you ain't looking for it.
Reddit.com, you'll see it. Because I looked at some jobs, like, I work there, and I went to Reddit. I was like, keep your job application.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's tough out here. Everybody's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And now it's a million of us figuring out because everybody keep having babies. So every other weekend, we're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying there's a lot of
It's
people
a lot.
having babies, and I'm like, but did you know that the population's in decline because the new people don't want to have babies?
Yeah.
I definitely have. I don't want to near another.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I
new
seen
generation doesn't want kids.
I seen an article about it. The younger
Word.
generation, they like, nah, yo.
Well, they see us struggling. So I hope they pay attention to these context clues.
Yeah. But I mean,
mean-
I think that'll do more good than will harm.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
We'll see.
I like, you know what? Everybody shits on this new generation. I like them motherfuckers.
They got their good and bad.
Bro, I like them motherfuckers. Like, granted, I don't like everything about them. Don't get me
they
wrong.
got-
Like, I don't like the whole, like, I think I know everything. And
They
I don't know shit.
until they have no emotional intelligence. They're very weak when it comes to that. But when it comes to creativity, they rock.
Creativity, and not only that, but just fuck you. They got a real fuck you
Baby,
attitude.
please.
And I love that shit. Like, I love it because when McDonald's came out and was like, "Hey, we need workers," and they were like, "Yeah, I'm not working there." And they're
Right.
like, "Okay, we'll work here, but you got to pay us this amount." And then McDonald's was like, "I'm not paying you that to
And
to
they
flip
not
burgers."
working.
They were like, "All right," so they didn't work.
Yeah.
Instead, they went to social media and made money.
And made money. That's what
And
they're
that
creative.
fucked up the game because then everybody else was like, "Hold the fuck up, wait, you
I
could
can
do
make
that?"
money on this. Some of these younger youths have mansions.
Yeah.
And they got cars and
Yeah.
houses and all types of brand ambassador stuff. I'm
And
like, how did you do that?
And they found real creative ways to do it.
No college, nothing. No,
No,
ITT
they just
tech, nothing.
They would use their iPhone and run up
And
into,
run it
and
up.
run up on people and just be like, "Hey, for
But
$1
you
million,
know what?
would you do this?" And
Yeah.
then they'd be like,
They
"All
are
right,
breaking
yeah."
up relationships
Hey.
with that though.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey.
saying it's perfect, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like for content views and
Right.
for monetization,
Right.
they've come up with
Yeah.
really smart ways
They
to make
skipped
money.
around it, and that's what I
one,
like.
one guy, I cannot remember his name off the top of my head, but I see him on TikTok and Facebook Reels all the time. What he does is he'll go bless the homeless and he'll be like, "All right, pick a viewer,
man.
and then I'm gonna send them $50." So what you do is like you like, subscribe, comment, and then you go and you subscribe to his
Right.
shits, and the chance to win certain amount of money after watching this video. So his viewership is like
Shut up.
blown up.
I just want
and
it
that
to be
viewership
genuine.
pays. But hold up, the viewership pays for him to go out and help the homeless dude, and then pays for the next person to get blessed. And
I mean,
lather, rinse, repeat. It's like this.
kinda
Look at Mr. Beast.
I
It's
was
a
about to
perfect
say
example.
That's kind of what Mr. Beast does.
Perfect example. He took all that money that
And
he
just put
started
it back.
making and just started putting it back into his viewers.
I do have tears watching his videos sometimes. I'm like, oh,
You know
what
what I'm
Walmart
saying?
is that? Let me go to that one.
Know what I'm saying? Like, and then he started food drives, and then he started like doing all this crazy
Helping
stuff. And I'm
blind
like,
people,
yo,
yeah.
like,
Right,
did
right.
nobody in my generation do that shit?
We didn't have
What
it.
did we do?
We had dial-up internet. You cannot do that.
Shit, we didn't have it. How many people made it big out of our generation and didn't do shit with it but go broke?
Well, that's because they paid for their friends to
Part.
you know,
They
come
didn't
on
pay
their
for
tail.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't pay their viewers to come watch them. That's basically what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're giving them a raffle. Like, it's
But it's
an
becoming
opportunity.
oversaturated,
It
though.
is.
Because
Yeah,
when I go
it
to the
is
grocery
now.
store now, people aren't doing things because it's cool. You see somebody standing on a rack about to do a backward flip off into a pen of balls
You shop
just
at
to
the
get
hood,
it. Yeah, no.
You shop at the hood, that's why.
Just to do something that's viral. I saw a girl like get out of her car, leave it in neutral or drive, and she just started dancing. I'm like, girl, you can get run over.
Yeah.
Just to do that TikTok.
I've seen those.
So they're trending, they're getting paid, but they're about to kill themselves to get paid.
The ghost ride the whip.
Man, and it's so crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
these kids are doing crazy stunts just to get this check. And that's why they're depressed, because they run out of material.
Yeah.
Whereas you and I, we still have material to go and not sell ourselves out like that.
Yeah, we sit here talking about your ass on stage.
Man, what? But so, yeah, I hope that they're able to take that social media funny and put it into real life. Because you don't want just social media
think so,
fans
too.
on the internet. You want to go out into the city and they be like, ooh, hey, picture time. But they don't have it. Some of them don't have it.
I like how they did it. I like the fact that they were like, we're not going to work. And they were like, you have to. And I'm like, no, we
No,
don't.
they don't. And I
And then
love
they
that about
didn't.
them.
And then we were sitting here like, wait, we could have did that this whole time?
Right. I'm still trying to do that this whole time.
What? I didn't even know that was a thing. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't have to have kids. What the fuck?
You don't have to go to college.
we
You
didn't
don't
have to go to college. Like,
nothing.
everything we
Yeah.
were told was a lie, bro. And the
They
more,
forced
I
us.
grow up, and I'm pushing 40 now, so the more I'm growing
Yeah.
up, the more I'm starting to understand everything we were told was a fucking lie.
Yeah,
They
they
lied to
made
us.
us feel like we had to go
Yeah.
this way.
Exactly.
The only reason I think I understand that is because if you look at the other generation,
Right.
That's
That's
know
true.
you can go graduate high school and work at a warehouse
Mm-hmm.
and live comfortably for the rest of your life. You could go buy a house and go, with your degree. You could, back then you could literally take your degree to the bank and be like, hey, I want a down payment for my
Right.
house.
Bada boom.
You know what I'm saying? So they still stuck in that. So when technology came more advanced, internet shit like that, y'all generation, they were like, y'all got to do this when you actually had more. You know what I'm saying?
It's different. It's different. It's on demand now. It's on the go. Like I said, we had AOL dial-up. If it didn't go, you was done in this town. You couldn't get in.
Oh my god! And then if somebody jumped on the phone and cut you off the internet,
Yeah. So now they could just go live. Like you said, going live is it. Like
Yeah.
people want to see you in real time.
yeah. You see all facets of the world on live, man. You see
Man,
stuff
what?
from Hong Kong and China you would have never seen before. You
Right.
see shit from Brazil. You see shit from Mexico. You see shit from like
And it's cool.
all over the world live, and it's cool
I
as
go
shit.
back and look at my analytics. And I'm like, somebody in Nigeria watching me?
Some of it's weird, but
Listen.
Yeah.
majority of it's cool
We
as shit.
global,
We can
baby. I got fans in Australia. They ain't see me at all, but you know, it's just a love. So I like how it's happening that both, you know, all generations are coming together. So
Yeah.
nobody's getting left behind. Everybody's like, well, let me hop on this train, and everybody's helping everybody.
I just I don't know. I love how the new generation did shit. I love it that they came in the
They're
game.
innovative.
And they changed it. They changed the game, and they don't even know it. That's the crazy part. They just did stuff.
They just were like Soulja Boy
And
for
they have
me
no
was
idea.
the innovation.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people hate on him,
Yeah.
but
I'm
he
aware.
changed how we saw the
lo-
internet.
Yeah.
A lot of people would not be making money if it
What
wasn't
if
for
for Soulja
him
Boy?
doing
What he did, yeah.
I'm telling.
Thank
man,
you.
He was the first person to put like music on, like actual music on ringtones and
Yeah.
sell it and
Right.
make profit. And now a lot of people, that's normal.
They
now.
forgot about that though. But
They
it could be
call
his
them-
level of cockiness
well,
too.
anytime you're the innovator of something, you're usually forgotten.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
true.
That's usually how it goes.
That's
I mean, to be
true.
honest with you, like, and the guy that created the internet, nobody even knows who the fuck he is.
Wow.
You know who
So-
the dude who created Apple is though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot more behind Steve Jobs than just
But,
that.
but
It
I'm
was-
just
it-
saying. I'm just saying.
He needs to fix
Yeah.
my iPhone charger because I'm tired of buying a new charger every
Yeah.
3 weeks. So innovate
Part.
those.
that part.
But
I need to find a new sweatshops. These kids, they're
Man.
terrible at making
It
shit.
seems like Hyundai has them all because the last I checked, they had 14-year-olds putting on tires on Hyundai. But you
that
know,
part.
I'm just the messenger.
Yeah, I did a joke one time. I was, where was I at? I was in, I wasn't in Arlington. I was, Fuck, I don't remember where I was at, but I did this joke about being pro sweatshops. I was like, because all these kids got all the fucking energy. We ain't got no damn energy left. My back hurts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got knee problems. My knee pops when I walk.
Down, please.
I was like, let these fucking kids work. And then when I did that, like, no, it didn't get received well.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think I'm pro sweatshop. Like, it was funny when I wrote it. I don't think it went over well. So I don't think I trashed it. I think I put it on the sidelines. But either way,
right.
It was one of those things. It was like, it's just a joke. Like, it was. I'm meant to be serious, but man, they did not see it that way.
They're tense. They're tense.
But a part of me was like, but what if?
Yeah.
What if we get these damn kids to work, but for money, not for a bowl of food at the end of the day, like they be doing some of these foods. Like some of these places, they really do, like they treat these kids like they're slaves. It's crazy. Like cobalt mines and like Nike sweatshops.
It's
and
real
shit.
out here.
Yeah, that's real. That shit didn't go away. There was one story a long time ago in Bangladesh. There was a building that collapsed on a bunch of kids that were in a sweatshop, and it killed a bunch of them. And a lot of them were trapped underneath it. Yeah, like.
Damn.
That shit's real.
It's definitely real.
But it's crazy because I was just playing. I wasn't serious.
Right.
I was talking about bringing it here in the United States. Like,
obviously somebody knows a real story because they were mad at you.
Yeah, sweatshops not
get
coming here.
off with your head. They was ready to get you.
No, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, it didn't go over well. But
it's all right. Somebody laughed on the way home.
I swear to you.
Somebody laughed on the way home.
They'll do that too. Yeah. Like, you come up with a good bit, and then on the way home, they'll be like, that is kind of funny.
It was funny, man.
Or my favorite, this happens to you. I know it does because it happens to everybody. But my favorite thing about comedy is when you go up there and you don't think you did well. Because not a lot of people laughed at a certain bit, and then after the show, they're like, "Hey, that was funny." Why the fuck you didn't laugh?
Yeah.
I
did it all the time. Actually,
if you would have laughed, then I would have known it was funny, and therefore it would have been, what I'm saying.
But recording it helps me though, because when I'm on stage, I don't hear the laughter. It's like it's muted out. But when I go back and look, I be like, "Oh damn, that joke did hit." Yeah. So when they do finally come up. Of course, before I watch the movie or the video, I'm like, it wasn't funny. She's just being nice. But no, when I go back, I'm like, oh, she wasn't lying.
Yeah.
That's what's up. But again, they have a good time, and they root you up, and they share you, and they brag about you. And so I think even if, shout out to celebrity comedian, he told me just because they're not laughing doesn't mean you're not funny. Some people just process it, like you said, later, or they're relatable, and they just want to hear it in live time.
I used to know a girl. It wasn't high school. It was right after high school. I met this chick that never laughed ever.
Ow.
And no. It wasn't that. It was what she would do. She would go, "That's funny." And then that was it. She wouldn't laugh, and it bothered me because I eat laughs. Like that's my thing. Like I need you to laugh.
Right, we need this.
Pay attention to me. Love me. That's my thing, right? But like for her, it never fucking hit. No matter what I did, it never worked.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And so finally one day I asked her, I was just like, what's going on with you? Like, why do you not ever laugh about it? She was like, why? I just think it's funny. But I'm like, well, why don't you laugh?
That's not her thing.
It's just not her thing.
Yeah.
So I've learned over the time, okay, some people aren't going to laugh at things, but doesn't mean it's not funny.
Right. Someone will look you in the face and just be stern, but they're having the time of their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll come up and take picture ops with you and say, ooh, when your next show. So I don't take it personal now. But I did at first. I'm like, what type of room is this?
Yeah.
But
have you ever been to Arlington Improv? On Tuesday open mic?
No, I did that at the Addison one. I did I think it was on Mondays or something. But no, I haven't been to the Arlington one.
Come to Arlington on Tuesday if you got time.
Tuesday.
Open mic starts at sign up starts at 7.
How is it a type of sign up where when I put my name down on number 7, I'm number 7, or is it booted up because somebody else?
Most of the time it's if you put it down.
Okay, that's why I do a lot of open mics, because I'll get there early and somebody that's been a legend since I don't know Jesus was a baby. They'll come in and take a spot.
Hyenas does that. Hyenas is especially the one in Fort Worth. If you're known, then you're on block 1. The rest of us go block 2, 3, 4, 5. You gotta wait your time, and then the time goes down. So it starts at 5. Everyone on block 1 gets 5, and then it goes down for 4, 3, 3, 3.
Wow. And that's why I fool with the living room, because everybody gets 5 minutes at the living room. Shout out to Josh Drake and Corey Cherry. Everybody gets 5 minutes, good, bad, or ugly. Everybody else may stay a little later. I'm gone because I got to work. Right. But now everybody equally gets 5, and then you leave.
Well, that's how Outfit is on Friday. Everybody gets 5 regardless.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's no jumping ahead. It's literally like you're on the list, and this is you're going like you're going first, you're going second, you're going third.
Okay, I love that. I respect comedy clubs that do that. Yeah. Like the favoritism thing.
Favoritism's weird to me.
Yeah, it's in this industry every day.
Just because like most of the guys, and I hold on, let me back up before I say this. Not most of the guys. Some of the people that are known aren't funny. and they're going up there first, and the little bit of a crowd that we do have, they're just like, what the hell is this?
And then they leave.
And then by the time you get to block 4, you ain't got nobody but like 4 people waiting on you to hurry the fuck up.
So then my question for you is it hard for you doing comedy in front of other comedians?
Nope.
You like it?
Nope. Here's the thing I do all my dark shit in front of comedians.
I see.
Because I want to see how far is too far. So, like, if I push this one joke right, like, okay, if I talk about, like, if I do a joke about, like, I don't, but if I do a joke about abortion or something, right? How far can I push it?
Right.
Because, comedians aren't going to laugh. We laugh at dark shit. We got twisted sense of humor.
I be having to tell God I'm sorry sometimes. Sorry, God.
We have twisted sense of humor. So, like, we always try to, like, it's like, see how far. Like, one guy went up there and did a whole bit about how he would be a terrible rapist.
Oh.
And, like, spoiler alert. But we were dying. Dude, we thought it was the funniest shit in the world, but the like little bit of a crowd that was there was just sitting there.
They were like, I'm not. My Sky Daddy is going to be disappointed in me.
We're fucking rolling, though. Yeah, Sky Guy is not going to be happy with this one.
Sky Daddy is mad. I got to pray a lot. Lord, please forgive me.
It's just, I don't care about doing material in front of anybody, really. Like, I just want to see if it's funny or not. And
right.
And really, in all honesty, like, I do it my way. Like, if I have a joke I know is funny, I'm like, this shit hilarious, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go do it. And then if no one laughs, it's like, okay, let me go do it again somewhere else. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me go try one more mic and see if maybe it's just
really can kill it one place. Do that same set somewhere else, and it's crickets.
It's weird.
Yeah, but it's weird. Again, I'm just like, whatever.
Because what you say and what I've said and what everyone's always said, comedy is subjective, man.
It is.
You got to find your crowd. You got to find your people. And then when you find your people, they'll follow you if you're good enough.
Right. I think they understand. I think a lot of people, especially that come out to the shows that I do, they just like to see the growth. Because where I started and where I am, they're like, yo, I'm here. I'm happy.
Yeah. My wife is the one that really noticed that too about me. Is I didn't really notice the growth. I kind of just was going along with the motions, and all of a sudden I'm doing all these shows, and then like I'm on all these flyers, and then my face is like fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and it feel good.
And it was not really, because I was more focused on, okay, next set I got 10, so I gotta go make sure this 10 is perfect, and then my next one is 15, so I gotta make sure this 15 is straight. Like, let me add this 10 into this 5. What 5 can I do? Do I want to do crowd work? If I'm gonna go up there, I had all this going on. My wife was like the one that really stopped me and was like, you know how far you've come?
Right.
You don't even know, dude.
That's why I always shout out my people. I'm like, thank you, and they'll tell me like, man. Because like I started doing Facebook Lives in my car. When Facebook first launched, they gave me that tool first. And so I would just sit in the car, and it was my therapy. And I would just take news topics. And a lot of people don't watch the news. And I would put a comedic spin to it to help people understand it. And they were like, I like how you say it. And now, since 2014 to now, I still do that.
Yeah.
And so it's cool. And so then I was like, well, let me incorporate this on the stage. Because it's relatable. And so it's just hit or miss. Like, they either going to ride with you or not, but they see the growth. They're like, man, you really are taking off. Yeah, I got a strong 20 and a 30 now.
Yeah.
I'm not
when
running
I started,
off the
I had a struggling 5.
Yeah, I was like, that's my time, guys. And I run to my car, remote start my car.
Right, that's my time. I'm out of here. You guys have been awesome. Thank you. Good night. And then then I get off stage and I'm like, damn, that was terrible.
I power walked real quick. Yeah. But now I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. Because somebody will come up to you and say, you killed it. And you be like, today? And they were like, yeah. We're like, okay.
Yeah, I used to struggle making a 5. Now I struggle doing a 5 because I want to get up there and do my whole 20. Like, I want to knock it down. You gotta pace yourself. Or I want to do my whole 30, or I want to do my whole 45. Like, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do the whole thing, and it's like you got 5 minutes.
Right. You gotta pick your strongest 5.
Okay, what do I want to do tonight? So I'm literally flipping through my phone, notes.
Right.
Flipping through notes. Like, all right, what do I want to do tonight? Okay, I've tried that one. Okay, I haven't tried this one yet. Let me see if I can do it.
Right.
Can I even make that 5? No, because that's an 8 minute. No, hold on, let me go try something else.
Yeah, it's a lot of thinking with this stuff. But I definitely started incorporating crowd work into it, because you are a genius if you can see something and then make material off of it, and you didn't even think about that. So I like that now.
Yeah.
So I hit them with it real quick.
Most of my stuff, like, I'll write it down word for word. I write my entire bit out word for word at the entire thing. And when I go up there, it's nothing like I wrote.
That's me all day. I cannot practice comedy. All my friends be like, let me work on the jokes with you. And I'll practice, I'll try, and then I'll do a totally different bit. But that's just because I'm witty and I'm spontaneous. It's hard to be like organized to that. Like, okay, this is why the cow crossed the street. Nah, like, I'm going to give it a whole different storyline.
Right.
So it depends on the atmosphere. So I tell comics, get to the venue early, study the venue so you can find some other stuff in case you practice jokes for 20 to 50-year-olds and then that 90-year-old sitting in the front row. You're like, I don't have a 90-year-old joke. So I just trying to keep my ballot open, my head open.
Like, I do jokes for young people. I'm like, hey, I was like, you guys are young. You like how we left you the world? You like it? It's pretty cool, right? You like all these high prices?
This is all yours.
I was like, you like that shit? That was us. Yeah, you like that? You like that high mortgage? Oh, you like that?
I love it. I love it.
You like the rising cost of rent? You're welcome. So I do stuff like that just because they relate to it.
Right.
And everybody else is like, oh, I see what he's doing. Right. So like, and then I have stuff for old people because I do the opposite. I'll be like, you know what? I just really want to thank you guys for taking those $20,000 houses and turning them into $250,000 nothings.
Yeah. Basically,
$250,000 broke down pieces of plywood. Appreciate it.
I love it. I love it all.
I always do. My opener is always about where I'm at. I don't have openers. I go up there and the first thing I'm gonna talk about is what I see, and then we're gonna go right into my set. So it's like, yeah.
I love it, man. And we definitely appreciate the fans for coming out there and supporting us because this is hard.
It is.
Juggling life and doing what you love to do is hard.
It is.
It's just so damn hard.
Yeah, it is. Every Saturday I'm spending gone, or like every
right.
Friday I'm at a mic. Every Thursday I'm at a mic. Every Tuesday I'm at a mic. My kids are like, what the fuck is that guy? Like, didn't he just live here?
Right. And so that's my main priority is giving my son a good night kiss. And when I went to LA, I was unable to do that for 4 days. But I could see him on the video, but it's not the same.
Right.
But I'm like explaining to him, like, son, this is why I'm doing this to set us up for this way. And he actually said yesterday, my mom's a celebrity comedian. And I was like, you just want a toy. You just want a toy. But it felt good that he's calling me that. He don't call me mom. He called me Shaunie B.
I mean, I think to me, you are a celebrity.
Thank you.
You're one of the celebrities we have out in Dallas.
Thank you, man. That's love. You know, I appreciate it. It's been hard work, yo.
Like I've already said it on the podcast. I don't tell no lies to nobody.
That's
I think you're one of the funniest comedians out here. I really do.
What's up, y'all?
I think you're hilarious.
Y'all hear him? Y'all heard him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I think you're hilarious because I could say that because I've seen you live.
Yeah.
And then I've seen your content, and then I've seen you in person.
Right.
And then the funny just never stops. It's
that's
just
what's
always,
up, man.
And that's something that I appreciate.
I definitely appreciate that because we did kick it at that living room, and it was so fun. And I was like, I go because I had to go to work. I think you left before I did, but I was like, man.
No. I stayed.
No, you stayed all
up.
the way through. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I remember you said it was a music act at the end, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a local rapper. I cannot remember his name. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Right.
But he came out and he did his thing, and then we were all kind of like, oh, okay, it was cool.
Right.
We were vibing, and like,
I'm gonna stay one day. I'm gonna take off on a Wednesday, and I'm gonna stay late on a Tuesday.
Cool, I had a lot of fun at Tap In.
Yeah, if y'all can go do that, they do that show. It's very inviting.
I gotta find me a hobby.
A hobby? What you like to do?
You need to whittle wood.
But you set up all of this, so you might be good in engineering.
So
that's what I've always told him.
Growing up, he knows I was really big into like drawing.
Okay.
And I wanted to do is be the person who let's say you came to me with a script.
Right.
I wanted to be the person who drew out the script, drew out the scenes, and then handed it to the animator and they animated. That's what I wanted to be.
Okay.
That or like something with like graphic design.
So you can really draw. So if I gave you a children's story, you can draw the children images. Are you that cold with it?
I'm not sure that cold, but like I don't know. It's weird. It's
I bet you could.
It's something. What makes you smile when you wake up? Like, what can you do effortlessly that you don't get tired of? Or if you're mad or you're sad, you're glad that you can do that and that's like peaceful for you.
It's got to be something with drawing.
Exactly.
For those who are tuning in, we're in therapy with Fred.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick his brain because
so
that's it. That's your thing.
I would say therapy. It used to be for a long, long time was gaming. That used to be, but I think that was more just I was following the times of the games, I guess.
Yeah.
So the games I was playing were good then. So I was like, oh, I love this.
This is it, right?
They're not so good now. So I was like, it's more stress. But I think it's drawing.
Well,
I thought me and him would have a conversation about me getting into tattooing because I don't know. I like drawing.
You got so many of them, but if you like all of them, make all of them your hobby. All of them are lucrative. You just got to find the time to do all of them.
Yeah, that's
so you ain't lost. You just got so many talents that you just got to pick the one that's right now making you the happiest.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to check your drawings out.
Yeah. Because as a kid, I used to draw a lot. Like, I used to like draw stuff. Like, all right, so my mom used to have a PT Cruiser.
Man, that's a throwback vehicle.
So,
man,
my mom went to work one day, and I drew her whole PT Cruiser off memory. And when she got back home, she was like, "What the?
You cold with
this
it.
looks good."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Yeah." And then like I would draw like cartoon characters off of memory, like Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
You know that? I drew the whole cast out, but I made them to like where they were all like at a hip hop show, and they were like,
keep drawing,
like,
get back to doing it, because you can't lose something you already did as a kid. It's still in you. You just have done other things.
I want to see.
Let me find out you're Picasso.
Hold on,
Right.
Let me see if
Yeah,
I can
that's
find
your-
some
I've
of
seen
my-
him draw. Like, I know he's cold.
Right.
Like, he's cold at a lot of things. He just.
That's what I'm saying. Just do them all and just time it
I've
out.
always said the only thing that stops you from doing something is you.
It's you. Yeah, you're
There's
your
nothing
worst
that'll stop
critic.
you from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm my
Oh,
worst
no.
critic, so I know.
Just do it.
Yeah, they're all. I had like 20 or 30 drawings on my Facebook.
Yeah.
But my Facebook got hacked.
Come on,
And they
Africa. I know it's Africa.
And they took the Facebook down.
Just blame the black people.
And I don't have
When in
any.
doubt.
I don't have any fucking pictures.
You know what?
of
Let me change that. It's not Africa. I don't want the cancel
No,
culture
no,
to happen.
I think it was Africa.
Okay.
Because the email they changed it to,
Yeah.
I was like,
right.
yo, what the heck?
Hi,
Was
my
it
friends.
was it something at Zimbabwe.com?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
swear.
Africa,
I
I'm not
swear.
sorry. Nah, but
Yeah.
like just keep going, man, and just do it. Like in the wintertime, drawing may be your thing.
Yeah.
You know, in the summertime, engineer may be your thing. You know, just keep doing it. Just don't let none of them dead out, or you're just gonna be like exhausted. You're gonna be chasing a dream that's not the dream. I got about 95 jobs. I'm a Jamexican. I keep a job and I keep talking. All my lives will tell you. what you doing today, bartender? What you doing today, DJ?
You're Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, you're just gonna skip over that.
Mexican.
That's fucking
Yeah, they the like
hilarious.
hardest working people in the world, man.
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
I keeps a hustle. There is no
Oh,
dead
shit.
space in my life. I'm
that's funny.
always on the go. They'll tell you.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I
Hey,
believe
that
it.
too. Or you'll be bored and you'll be stressed out, depressed. Do what you love to do, not what you have to do.
Right.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I love comedy, even though it takes a toll. I love it.
It do, but you can fall back on your podcast, and then your podcast can go to a radio show. All of this equals something.
Yeah,
Right.
no. I have fun on it, man. Like I have a lot of fun
Yeah.
on the podcast, especially, and the viewership's been going up steadily. Thanks to you guys.
Oh, y'all.
And then like I love having fun with comedy. Like I love making jokes and like especially if it's off the top of your head or something you wrote down or
right.
like and you're going out and performing it in front of crowds and like. Here, I get to perform it in front of internet crowds, and
Right.
then and my stand up, I get to perform it in front of live crowds,
Right.
And it's like either way, I just like
You
having
doing
fun
what
with
you're
it.
supposed to do, and I love
Well,
that.
to be fair, I've never really been good at anything else. I'm a terrible employee.
I mean, it's okay. They hired
absolute
you,
worst,
so they
like-
see potential in you.
Yeah, I think it's because I lied in my interview.
A lot of people do. I know people
and
say.
we all lie in our interview. Don't lie.
Yeah, I do a little woo woo woo.
Yeah.
I know friends that say they type 65 words per minute, get in there and be tap 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 tap. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't. They type about 20 pecks a minute, but no, it's what they
But
hired
then they
you
had,
to do.
but they had their girl do the type of test.
Yeah, the type of test. Get in there and be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
work be late as hell. Yeah,
I need
It's
that report
okay.
by yesterday. It's
right.
like, well,
it's
you know.
okay. They hired you. They see potential in you. Just get the check. Get the check.
That's
the vision
fine,
and
but
dental.
I just work's never been something I wanted to do. I never wanted
I
to
don't
go to
think
work.
it's
I
good
wanted
for
to-
me anymore either.
Yeah, me
I
either.
can't
I like
wait.
entertaining people. I like being a center of attention. I'm an attention whore.
There you go. And
'Cause
that's your gift.
Yeah, I like when the attention's all on me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, love me.
Right. And we just need, again, to work to pay some bills. But once this kick off, we don't need to work, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, I love acting. I love being involved in different things, building characters, doing character voices. I love doing all that shit. Man. That's my thing. Like I love doing it. It's the
Well,
passion.
okay. I got some gems I'll pass to you if you like do voiceovers. This is
I like
perfect
doing
timing.
everything. I like doing everything.
I know people joke about Tubi, but have you considered doing some stuff here with some of the
So
filmmakers?
we had T-Speed on with his manager, and she was talking about how they do Tubi movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And they do productions and all that
Do
stuff.
it.
And they were talking about inviting me out. Well, I haven't been invited yet. I'm assuming they're building up something for
Or
it.
just
so
show up when
I
you
just-
see the casting thing go up, just see if you like it, because you can be at a casting call for 24 hours and only have an 8-minute clip. Like, it's weird, but
I just I like doing things like that. Like if I had the time, I would be doing a lot more. But
Yeah.
between stand up, the podcast, my real life, and then everything above
right.
that,
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
and then on top of that, like getting people together. It's like, hey, we want to do this skit about XYZ. It's like, all right, cool, let's go get together. Okay, well, I'm free on Tuesday. Yeah, but I
Right,
can't do
I can't
Tuesday because I got to work
Tuesday.
late. So like, let's try Wednesday. Okay, well, I can't do Wednesday.
And it
'cause
never
And it
happens.
never happens.
It's
So,
all good.
getting to the point where it's like, and then on Saturday I'm like, I can do it, but we got to do it now because I got to get ready for my show. And
it is a crunch factor.
It is.
But like you said, do it. You never know, because that movie credit will take you somewhere.
Right. I believe it. Like I never shied away from it. It just hasn't. It hasn't came around yet. So
I'll hit you up as soon as I see one. I'm like, come on now, what you doing? Bring the podcast to the casting call.
Hey.
Okay. Get you the mobile green screen, boop, and then come do your thing.
Well, these are mobile, so I can just.
Technically you could, I see the clamps.
Fold them up and take them.
Yeah, we got the stand.
Oh yeah, you have
the green screen.
Perfect. Then you already doing what you need to do. Yeah. I just say do everything.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Yeah. It's time.
I was just about to say time. Cause
it is. It's crunch. It's crunch.
That's the hardest part. Is time.
Yeah, making the time. If I could eliminate, I'm not asking my job to fire me, but if you do, give me a severance. But if I can eliminate my 7 to 3:30, then I would have so much more time to do content, and I could be like these younger generational kids doing that all day long, with my phone in my hand. But logically speaking, it's impossible because I gotta clock that clock. So
I have a question I wanted to ask you. Have you ever taken a stand-up class?
I've taken an improv class, but now I want to do another one. I want to do it. But the timing with that is bad because they normally do Monday through Friday, like 12 to 3, and I'm at work. Yeah. And so I would love to do it, but not virtually, in person.
Yeah, I've never taken one, and everyone keeps talking about stand-up classes and like...
It's very dope.
My favorite... It's stupid. It is. But my favorite thing I heard about that was when they were talking about... doing a stand-up class. They were like, oh yeah, and they let you on stage, and for 15 minutes you rant. And I was like, hey, wait a minute, now I could do that. Like, and so what was weird is I was talking to Mikey about it, and I was like, you know what I always wanted to do? I always wanted to go up there and rant. I've never done that before. I've always done material. I've never gone up on a mic and ranted. And he was like, do it tonight. And I was like,
wow, 15 minutes is a long time.
I never thought about it like, no, it was a 5 minute set. So I was like, gotcha. I was on like a 5 minute open mic. So I was like, I can rant for 5 minutes. So I literally went up on Outfit and I ranted and killed for 5 minutes and just ranting stuff. And I was like, yeah, I could do this. I like this.
I didn't, I really want to go to Wildin' Out. It's like my dream thing. And I've been trying to shoot my shot there. But of course you need to do improv because it's heavy improv. Some of it probably is scripted. Some of it's heavy improv. Yeah. But when I saw Rodney Perry, the comedian Rodney Perry this past weekend, he made us do an impromptu situation. Like he just threw a word at us and we had to do it.
Oh, I'm with it.
Man, it was intimidating because it was a dialogue. So it's two people trying to do it. So you had to bounce it off, but it was cool because it showed me that it's precious to that. It's not as easy.
I've been doing that my whole life though.
Word?
Like, we used to do that like just fucking around. Like,
man, I was like, bro.
Shout out to Anthony, man. My stepdad really is big into comedy. Like he doesn't. Word. It's a shame that he doesn't take it to the next level and actually get out here and do it with us. But when you meet him, he is one of the funniest people like that you'll ever meet in your life. And he is one of those guys that like we could just bit all day long. Like, when we get together, that's all we do. And then scoring on people, he will hurt your feelings. Do you understand? Man. When I tell you that I've been through it, I've been through it. Man. There's not a whole lot you can say to me now that will hurt me. Right. Because it's already been said to me before.
Shout out to Memphis. Memphis got me fast on my toes. That's all they do in Memphis is roast.
They'll score shit out.
Man.
Roast.
So, I left Texas and went to Memphis. Yeah. And I was in Memphis for about, 5 years. Yeah. And I learned quick that if you, man,
will cry.
They will say some stuff that the funniest thing I heard was like, dude was like, sand gargling, big feet, nice shirt. So I was just like, what?
It's constant.
I was telling him one day, you'll have on a nice fit and it'll look cool and they'll still make fun of you for a nice fit. And I'm just like, what the hell?
And it's so on point though.
It'll be hilarious though. Right. And I had to learn quickly, like, sometimes, walk away from this battle. Right. I'm not equipped.
You can't go in there with them baby jokes.
I think my first month there, I met this dude named Scooter. We used to call him Scooter. Right. Well, that was his name, Scooter. His hood name, I guess. Yeah. And he was like, man, where you from? And I was like, oh, I'm from Texas. Yeah. And he was just like, all right, here's a few things you get your pen and paper. Let me tell you, here's a few things. Check and get good at it, because if you don't,
you gonna cry in the car.
Go ahead and boy, he was not lying.
No, you gotta be on it. I'm always on it. So when those people go in my comments, I'm like, I'm gonna give you the warning now. Back up at my comments, because I got about 3 different states under my belt now. I'm fast with it.
Yeah.
You gonna cry,
Man. Yeah, they make you cry.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Memphis is legit.
Yeah,
Memphis and
man.
Atlanta probably are the 2 that just can. They get you real quick.
I've seen some people in Texas that can.
Oh yeah, Texas too. Now, yeah.
But Memphis, oh man,
Baby, Memphis, you gotta
Especially Dallas. I know some really good roasters.
Man,
out
I have heard some people in Dallas quick with it.
What?
You be like, what? I didn't say nothing but good morning.
Right.
They get you. You be like,
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
be quick with it. So yeah.
We have roast battles out here all the time. I haven't seen one that I really liked, but we have them.
What's my guy
I
name?
think all the roasters that are like really good at it, they're doing other stuff. They're
Right.
not really
I
doing
just
roast
be nervous
battles.
to roast people because I feel like it's really personal what you're saying. You laughing right now, but you really feel like that. I had somebody ask me to come roast them. I was like,
I think I would feel that way if I gave a fuck about your feelings.
I think I
would
cared
care.
about two people
Nah.
for too much.
I don't know.
You
Chris.
came to a roast battle. What the fuck you think we were gonna talk about? Like,
Because I go deep.
hell yeah, I'm going at your weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going at your broken ass shoes.
If I'm going
after
to a
everything.
roast, then yeah, I ain't gonna care. But like
It's still
Just-
some sensitive stuff.
That is one thing. Like
being in public randomly,
Like when I meet a new comic, and then they say something like, you look like Bill Burr. I'll be like, heard that.
Wow.
And then like, I want to roast you, but then I'm just like, well, I don't know how he's gonna take it.
Right. Because
So
I just met you.
I do pull back sometimes. I will say that much. I will pull back, but sometimes when I'm in a mood,
Right.
It's
I'll
all
be
it. I stay roasting people in traffic. If I had a camera
yeah.
in my car, I'd probably have a viral show because I stay roasting. And
You should
might
do
get
it. You should just go
I might
live
need
when
to
you're
give you a
driving.
little GoPro and do that because
and just
I
roast everybody
people.
on 635. Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know one day I got roasted bad in public, and so
Yikes.
I was going to go pick up my sister from the movies. She had a date,
Okay,
right?
great.
And I'm driving, and these 2 black dudes was pointing at me and laughing hard, and they kept like. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What? I looked
Oh,
at
they
my
tearing
wife,
you up.
and my wife looked at me. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, I kind of looked.
She
Pulled the
knew.
mirror down,
Yeah.
and I had my bonnet on because I had just got a fresh retwist.
You got your retwist.
And I had my bonnet on, and I forgot I had it on.
You
And
are
I
a
looked-
meme
I looked
somewhere.
in the corner, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And they was bro, they was rolling.
You are a meme
and I
right
just
now.
kind of draw away,
Yeah.
like, let me take this off.
You 100%.
Yeah, you are mean. Go hashtag bonnet, male bonnet. You probably
Yeah,
got your
male
face on there. They got you, bro.
Bonnet man.
Man, they got my ass. I know
got
they
you.
was because
Wow.
the way they was laughing, bro. I was like, oh no, I know they were in there roasting me.
And my husband and I are trying to teach my son how to roast because he's real sensitive. He's so adorable and loving, but they tear him up because he's little for a 7-year-old. But my husband and I, we roast all day. People like, y'all mean? Nah, we roast all day. My whole household is a roast
You gotta have
material.
thick skin,
Wish I
man.
could roast with my wife, man.
Man, just catch it one day.
I wish I could roast with my
Yeah, I
wife.
did 'em.
No, we go back and forth, but then I take it too far. Like that's the
Oh,
thing. Like,
you wanna be in the
always,
doghouse.
No.
I always go the comic route. I always go hit where it hurts, and then I'm gonna work my way down. And I'm just gonna keep punching and punching and
Yeah,
punching and
no.
punching.
I keep
We
it so-
go
And then
at
before
it.
I know it, she started to look. She give me that look, and I was like, "Oh, I fucked up. Like it's
Yeah.
too late. I already went too
You
far."
already in the doghouse.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
make it all. We even freestyle, roast each other in a rap form. We just go at it all day long.
Well, she's like, "Y'all having fight over there,
Man, we kicks it over there, and people be like, "Y'all
I was
are an
like,
odd couple." I
y'all
be like,
having
"Man,
fun."
we kicks it. We laugh all day, and even we roast our son. Nobody's off limits. You know, everybody
Yeah.
gets it. Do
That's-
it, and you're getting
That's
it.
how it should be.
Yeah, because laughter is good for the soul. It's the
Yeah.
medicine. So let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't start if you can't finish it.
Yeah. I haven't roasted anybody in my house yet.
But build up the material. Boom. Hit 'em
Oh,
with
I
it.
don't even have to build a material. I
Right,
got
it's
it built
there.
up.
It's in your
there. Trust me.
brain.
I roast you in my head.
Right. yeah. It's
Say
all
that.
good.
I roast you with my thoughts.
There you have it.
But I don't actually physically. Well, I don't know. I roasted Fred before, but not like I ain't even bad. I'll take a jabs at Fred.
Man, I ain't
never
gonna
really
lie. If this was pre-Memphis,
Yeah.
man, I was that type, like probably closer to your son, where I was emotional, not really emotional. It's just I couldn't take people talking about me.
Right.
But went to Memphis, like you get thick skin, so like he'll say a joke about me, I'll just be like, hey, shit, that was good, Chris.
Right.
And everybody else will be
Yeah.
looking like, yo,
He
he
just hurt
just
your
roasted
soul.
me,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
nah.
no. This is just what we do.
That's why I always tell
this is
Memphis
what-
thank you.
When my wife first met him, she was like, he's so mean. Why was he
Why are you
roasting
his
like that?
friend?
Yeah, he is so mean. Why was he
Right.
saying that stuff? And I was just like, look, that's just what we do.
That's what we do.
That's just what we do. And it took her a long time. Remember, she would come in the house and just sit down
and be quiet.
And not say shit.
Not say nothing.
I never once say anything bad to Denise neither. I never once. She just heard how I used to talk to Fred ass. I used to get on his neck. And then, like, she'd just sit there and look at me like, she used to do the side-eye thing.
Yeah, like
what the fuck?
I don't want to get on his bad side.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah,
it's all fun.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
If I don't make fun of you, I don't like you.
Then I don't like you, right? I definitely imitate my friends' voices. I do little animated stuff. They're like, stop doing that. I'm like, nope. So they know who to come around. But they come around because they know that there's going to be something to help them get through their day. Yeah. And so I love it. Yeah, but it's not, I don't like make them feel bad though. I don't make them get in the car and be like, my tooth is sharp. I don't make them feel insecure. If I know it's an insecurity, I do not hit that bubble for you because I know it's gonna dwell on you. So I just do stuff that I know that me and you can laugh at.
I'm sorry. If you get a good one on me, I'm gonna laugh with you. I'm gonna laugh with. I like
being roasted.
So, I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, I thought about doing a roast before. Well, Mikey had brought it up that he wants to do a roast
he did.
for his birthday.
Wow.
So he wants to rent out a spot and he wants us to roast him, and I'm all the way here for it. I'm like, hell yeah, let's
just
do it.
Do it.
Hey, I'm about to write something just to get it there.
And then right after that, it was like, it was like I want to, but then I was like, damn, I thought of doing that for my birthday, so I didn't do it. I was like, now I'm gonna do something else. But
okay, you got a whole
the
6
roast
months?
of Michael Thomas.
There
It's coming.
go.
I can't wait for
When
it.
is his birthday?
Sometime in December.
Okay, so it's coming. You know, December is in what, 3 weeks? The way the calendar is moving.
The way the Earth is moving.
Right.
Do you believe in astrology?
Yeah.
You like that astrology shit?
For the most part, yeah.
Like stars aligned and made you a weird person?
Yeah, just we got through Mercury retrograde. I believe in all of that.
You believe in all that stuff?
But not living it to where if I see him like, oh my God, look at his shoes. He's definitely a Pisces. Not that deep, but
that's how
there's some things that are
look at
typical.
His belt buckle. He's an Aries.
Yeah, it's some stuff that's typical to certain people's actions. Yes, I keep that in my pocket, but I just don't judge you all of it.
So the reason I brought that up is because I think it's weird, like when you're on TikTok live and you see all those people that are doing the astrology stuff. Have you ever listened to them?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of them.
Just sit down, stay with me, chat. Sit down and just sit there and listen to them. Don't say nothing, don't comment. Just listen to what they're telling them people, man. It's some of the funniest shit in the world. They'll be like, well, you don't have it's like, oh, it's showing here you can't get pregnant. It's coming. You just need to focus on like a certain retrograde, and you need to have your legs need to be 45 degrees in the air this way.
Yeah.
I was listening, like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, that has
but
nothing to do with anything. It's so weird. It's just like some of the stuff they say is just so off the wall.
So I'm studying it.
I think when I
You're
was
Sagittarius, that's why your eyebrows are so thin.
Right.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I think when I was a lot younger, right around 18, 19, I believed in astrology. That's why I got the tattoo. This is my first tattoo.
You're Aries. Okay.
Yeah, I got this my 19th birthday.
Oh.
And I originally was supposed to get it right here, but the situation happened where I had to get it right here. So, but yeah, I believed in it hard, and then once I got a little older, right, say around 24, I was like, okay, this is
not deep.
It's not that deep, but I do feel a little bit connected to my astrology, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
Just a tad.
Some of this stuff is right.
I think that some of the characteristics match.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of, not all, but some.
And then like when not all of them match, they're like, oh, because you have a rising, and then you have a house, and then you have a southern house, and you have a moon, and you have 14 moons, and then you have like, and before you know it, you're everything. And it's just like, well, what the fuck?
Mix. It's a mixture between how you were raised and that astrology sign.
I think I don't know, man.
But I'm not sold on it. Like I'm just, it's not. I'm not gonna not be cool with you. I don't want Pam to
get mad at me. I'm gonna say her name again.
Yeah,
I want her to get mad
some
at
of it
me
it makes sense. Some people's characteristics
do match. She make a whole living off of that shit.
Yeah.
I want her to get mad at me and be like, what is he talking about? I'm gonna hit him up on Facebook.
Right. He's talking about my aunt. She's real.
Oh, she's deep into that. That's what's
up. Some of those people are full of shit. I don't care what nobody says. Some of the people on TikTok are full of fucking shit, bro. Some of the stuff they say, like they have this one that like a swinging magnet, and it goes yes, no, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And they'll ask a question and they swing it. And it's like yes. You will get pregnant. No, you won't.
I had a lady walk up to me and she told me that she was feeling green and red off of me. And I was like a stoplight? And she was like, no, like some good stuff. And so what she said to me, she told me everything.
That would have been weird.
It was weird, but it's scarier when they say you're going to die in 30 days. That's when it's scary. But what she told me,
I would imagine.
She didn't know me. So she told me stuff I was really dealing with. I was like, she's not lying. And sure enough, everything she said has come true. And that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, sometimes there's some things.
You met Jesus. That's what
that might have been Jesus' sister.
Yeah, might have been. That's Mary.
There's been a few things that I've heard from people dealing with astrology, and I was like, nah. And then it happened. I'm like,
right. She was spot on.
okay.
She knew stuff about me that I hadn't even told
Just a
people. I
little
was
bit.
like, how she know that?
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not. There's nothing to it. I don't want to say that, but I will say that some of these people.
Yeah, some people are stretching
Be
it.
careful who you get your readings
Right,
from.
yeah, be
yeah.
careful
Yeah.
because some people
Some
are
of them
just good at
people-
lying.
Some of them people are monetized. You know what
But
I'm
no,
saying?
she was dead ass serious, and I was like, okay. And then she told me I was gonna meet somebody named Mimi, and I went outside and met somebody named Mimi, like dead ass.
Nah, it was
In
a
the parking
setup.
lot.
She was like, Mimi, you wait
But it
out
wasn't
here.
even the same timing. It wasn't the same timing. It was two people that got lost that ended up in that area, and I said, "What's your name?" She's like, "My name is Mimi." I was like, "What the hell is this lady in the government?" Like, it was weird. But yes,
She's a CIA informant.
yeah. So it was just like, nah, she was telling the truth, but it wasn't
Maybe.
nothing negative.
It
so
could
I
have
believe
been that. It could have been anything. It could have been.
But she told me 6 things, and all 6 things came true that same day. So I was like, okay, this lady's smart.
I don't buy into it. I don't really read too much into astrology and retrogrades and all that stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just look at it like, yeah, okay.
My friend be putting me on. Shout out to Sunshine.
But I will say this much: if I do get a reading, or if I want to ever get a reading, I go to Pam. That's who I go to.
Yeah.
I go to
Okay.
Pam the
Does
Pony
this
on Instagram. That's who I go
Pam
to.
the Pony?
Yep, that's my girl.
Pam the Pony.
Because she's so fucking accurate. It's scary.
Okay, well, I might have to look into it. Let me get my
She's
soul
so
right.
in tune. She's so in tune with nature and her spirits and all that stuff that like I believe it.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
that's
I
all
may
that
not
matters.
be like I'm about as far from religion as you can be from, but when it comes to stuff like that, I'm gonna go to her and be like, "Hey,
She told
what happened?"
she told
What
my
I need to
wife
do.
something. I can't remember. It was like a few years ago.
Yeah.
My wife was asking her, "Hey, could you do a reading for me? This is going on." And she told her, "Okay, take these steps." And everything that was happening with my wife flipped. Like instantly, not instantly, but like it was
Over
like,
time.
oh yeah, and I was just like, what the hell
It's
is
kinda
going
creepy,
on?
but in a good way.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is weird.
Well, you can't be mad.
I need all these witches to get together and get rid of Biden ass. Get his
I
ass
didn't
up
get rid
outta
of my
there.
student loans, the other ones. I paid off one,
Y'all
but
need
I
to,
still
y'all
owe
need
the
to
other
bury
side.
some jars or light some candles, whatever the fuck you
We
gonna
just
do.
gonna get
Get
another
this dude out of here.
similar person. You know, they all the same. They
I don't even keep him there. Just change the economy. I don't care who's in.
Yeah.
I don't care who's president.
We're
I just-
doomed at this point. We might
I
as
need
well
these
just
bills
go
to come down.
underground.
I need somebody to fix this power grid.
Where the boosters at? I keep trying to get y'all a
Boosters.
job. Y'all ain't on Indeed. Where the boosters at?
And, bro, I've been on Indeed for like a
Help us
few
out.
years now,
Yeah.
but lately Indeed has been like a ghost. Like you,
Yeah.
I literally beginning of this year put in like 30 applications,
Yeah.
and not one. And it's not the applications where I go find them. Hey, we're interested
we're
in
interested in
you.
you.
I'm like, oh, what? Let me go ahead. Nothing. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I get that daily.
What the
They're
fuck?
they're always hitting me up, and you know what? They hit me up with shit I'm not even qualified for.
Right.
They'll hit
They
me up and be
know
like, "Hey,
that
I heard
well.
you could run a company." I'm like, "What the fuck don't
You
do
ain't
that?"
had 6 years in architecture.
You want
You
me to
know
run
that.
your shit?
I still apply. I be like,
The only way I can run that company is into the ground, bitch. There ain't
right.
nothing I
If
can do.
you send it to me, I'm
that's gonna
applying.
help
I'm
you.
like, yeah, I got 6 years of architecture experience building Legos, but
Yeah,
they
no
didn't ask
shit.
it. They didn't ask.
Do Lincoln Logs
Yeah.
count? Because I
I
got that
build a
on
lot of
lock.
stuff. I build sandwiches. I do a lot of stuff. Yeah, you just lie and they hire you, and hey, they'll fire you.
It's crazy. They be putting me up for project manager, making $300,000 a year
Yeah.
and shit. I'm like, bruh.
Sell it.
I don't know
Sell
nothing.
it. Sell it.
I'll
Because they're gonna
apply
train
for
you.
it,
They're gonna
but-
train you anyway.
Yeah.
So sell it.
Yeah, true. Most
Yeah, I'll
of the
apply
time.
for it,
Yeah.
but
Go in there and
they'll
do what
never
you
hit me
do.
back. So
It's all good. You don't need them. They need you.
I know my job need me. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they didn't, they would have been packed me up.
Right.
Man,
Just use
I've
them.
been coming in late since I started.
Yeah.
My clock in is 6 o'clock, 6:40. Clock in,
Ooh,
and walking
baby,
in the door, and they look
that's
like.
because your ass is late to everything. It don't matter what it is.
But he was on time today.
That's
You gave
the
him
first
kudos.
time he's ever been on time. Like
it was my wife. I was because literally
I'm
when you
proud of
texted me, I was like straightening up my apartment because we just moved in, and my wife was like, "Go get, drop it."
She's
just
good.
Go,
She got you on. Yeah, she
And
got
I
you
was
on
just
good
like,
time.
"Oh shit, let me find the chips." She was like, "I got the chips right here."
See, that's what
And I
good
was
wife,
like,
man. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I bet. So
We're superheroes. We're
Yeah.
superheroes.
I knew it wasn't your ass. I knew it was.
He's,
I
he's
swear.
on time.
No way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way Fred ass gonna be on time.
I was like, "You coming with me?" She was like, "No, go."
I'll tell
Just
you,
go.
we had a roast we were doing at my homie's spot, and this motherfucker showed up 2 hours late.
Ouch.
No, it wasn't. It was a lot of stuff that happened.
Yeah, you should just
That
cancel.
happened. So it was like this. So we were going. My wife was like, "Hey, but we need to go get gas
Yeah.
the night before," and I was like, "Okay." let's just get up extra early,
right?
And go, and we'll get gas, and then head to the roast, right? Didn't set the alarm, so we didn't get up early. Got in the car, we need gas now,
right?
Oh, let's go get gas. Halfway there, stomach, we ain't eating. I'm like, we got a little time to go get something to eat, right? All right, let's go get something to eat.
It's you.
Let's go get something to eat. Let's just go grab something quick, and then we literally walk in, and everybody's like, "What happened?" I'm just, my bad, man. It was a lot of stuff that just
be strict with that time.
They went all the way out to the country to get cheap fuel, and then they went all the way to go. They went to a 5-star restaurant.
They probably went to Fuel City.
They cooked the food in front of you, but take their fucking time.
They went to Benihana's where they gotta chop everything.
Yeah, and then it happened to be on the exit that we get onto the highway. It was an accident right there. So I swear it was backed up traffic. And we was like,
yeah, y'all should have ate when you got closer.
Yeah.
It's okay. We will get you on the right track.
We walked in the door like, oh, my bad, man.
But you made it. You made it. It was 120 minutes later, but you made it.
Yeah.
It's all
I mean, I feel like I would have been on time if I would have set the alarm.
But set 2 alarms. Yeah. This morning I was waking up sleeping because you had been talking about 10 o'clock. And I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna be there. But I was still so tired from LA time. I was like, let me sleep with my eye open because I hate to be missing it. But I woke right on up and boop. I was like, let's go. And sure enough, the freeway was shut down. I was like, ain't this about her?
Yeah, man.
Ain't this about her?
It's always something.
It's always something. So you just got to plan for it.
When you're really excited for something.
Right. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah. I had them shut down the freeway while I was on it one time.
Yeah, that's
I was
stupid.
driving and they was like, gotta go back around. They were putting fresh pavement. I was like,
you can't do this in the midnight.
What the hell?
You gotta do it right now.
Right now, bro. They was putting cones out. You gotta turn around. Yep. I was like, what the fuck?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Bro, come on, man.
Right. You can't do nothing. I had to just turn around.
Yeah, I had to turn around all mad and shit. Because I was in my work truck and I drive a CDL truck and they motherfucking big. So I had to sit there.
Right, you had to hover around. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I've never had to do that. I've never.
No, I was pissed.
I had to turn around on the highway once, but I never had to do that.
Yeah, we made it. We all made it. And it was a successful show. So, boom. Can't ask for more.
No, it's been a lot of fun. What time is it?
Yeah.
Sorry, probably about time to wrap this up. I'm going to wrap up my live, too. Any other shout-outs? Anything you want to
I want to always say, man, I have crazy shows. I'll be in Wichita Falls, Texas, the 24th. Then after that, it's just up and it's stuck. Y'all just got to catch the calendar because I have a lot of different events that's popping up. But shout out to everybody that has referred me, prayed over me, blessed me. Of course, shout out to you for even extending this offer. It's love, man. I see it all. I have not forgotten you. People treat me different now. You don't have to treat me different. Treat me the same way. I'm still Shaunie B. But definitely to my family, friends, and all of the people that follow me. So, what happened?
No, it's starting to overheat.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No,
well, it's perfect timing, right?
Yeah, it's perfect timing.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it because it started being weird, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, it's all good. I got, I think 28th I'll be in Austin.
Okay.
The 30th I'll be at Look Cinema. Irving with a bunch of killers. It's going to be an awesome show.
That's what's happening.
I have a couple more coming up, and I don't remember what they are. Check my Instagram because I need an agent.
Yeah, matter of fact,
do.
I'll definitely. Again, I got some gems to give you anyway, so I'll slide that over to you.
Yeah, I need somebody to keep up with all this.
Yeah, or you can get a manager in the meantime, get an
yeah.
agent later. But yeah, either of the two.
That's what I mean. I need a manager.
Yeah,
I don't want an agent. Don't put me
the
for
agent's
more
gonna
shit.
get you
God damn.
yeah. But that's what's up. I'm gonna definitely do my best to pull up to one of the few. Now since I'm back and I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, when's your next show? I'm gonna come.
Wichita Falls. You finna drive that far?
No, because I gotta go to Wichita on. When am I going to Wichita? I got a guest spot on at the Wichita Falls show, and I can't remember what the fuck.
It's not the 24th, is it?
No, I think it's the 24th. I have to ask Mikey. He
okay,
put me
yeah.
on it. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Sorry, guys. I don't remember.
I'll definitely put my flyer up today.
Either way, yeah, we all have shows coming up.
Okay, bet.
So,
I'm gonna definitely have to pull up to one. That's my goal, to support my fellow comedian buddies. So
yeah, I'm definitely gonna pull up. I'll pull up the one you got in Dallas.
Okay, I'll let you know. I'll let you definitely know.
Anyway, that's our time. I think we're out of here. Peace. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down on the bottom below. Also, if you're new, make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified anytime new videos upload.
And also, don't forget to hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. And for exclusive content, we also have a website, which will be in the description below.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we're out of here.
Peace.